I think you have to examine the question first and the way you phrased it about using the word where. A lot of people ask me, where do I meet the right men? And the key point of focus there is that you're using the wrong word. It's not about where you meet them, but how do you meet them. Let me explain that. When people use the word where, there's an implication that there are physical places that great men are sitting around just waiting for you, like at an event or at a party or at a bar or at a class where you might have a mutual interest, like, on Russian history or something like that. And that's the problem, because when you're over 50, and frankly when you're over 40, there are just no physical places where large quantities of men hang around. And so by using the word, how do I meet them, in your question, you really switch your frame of mind, and you start to think about the difference. With the word how, it implies more of a strategy. You need a strategy to meet eligible men of substance. So let's think about that. How do you formulate a strategy to meet people? Now, it's a construct that defies Hollywood movies and the romance of meeting someone spontaneously. But I don't think that romance is dead in the strategy for going out to find great men. I think you have to look at it this way, that the romance begins after you meet and in developing a close relationship with someone, not in the search for love. The search for love needs to be very proactive and very well thought out, because if you're over 50 years old, you already have a life. You have probably a great job and lots of friends and family, and you're really busy, and you have to figure out a strategy that is going to work with the limited amount of time that you have. So in summary, start by asking the right question, which is, how do I meet eligible men? And your strategy could consist of a couple of major steps. First of all, you shouldn't do it alone. You should have a friend or support person in your life who is on this journey with you, because it can get very discouraging. There are going to be highs and lows. And so whether you hire a dating coach or get a best friend or a sister or somebody in your life who really cares about you to help you on this journey, that's the first step in your strategy. Second, you need to get great photos taken of yourself. And I'm going to talk about that at the conference in the process of effectively dating online. So I'm going to put that aside for now. But you can see where I'm going with this, that there's a multiple-step strategy that is going to help you locate the men that you're looking for. And perhaps most importantly, you need to think about your definition of substance, because far too often I see women who are looking for men of substance. However, they make very superficial judgments when they meet somebody. They'll say, oh, he's not tall enough for me, or he has completely different interests or a completely different background than the man I envision. And so they don't give him a chance to find out if he does have substance, because the substance is not going to show up on date number one. It's going to show up after probably the third or fourth date, when you really get to know somebody and they're relaxed and they're opening up and being more authentic. So I would leave it there for you to reframe the question, how do I meet someone, and to allow yourself the time and space to get to know them without making superficial judgments.